now is Redfin CEO Glenn Kelman. Glenn, welcome back. Good to see you.
Good to be here. Thanks for having me.
So we know these high mortgage rates are wreaking havoc on the housing market. They're a disaster. How big of a disaster is it right now?
Well, it's been a slow building disaster, so I don't think it feels more apocalyptic now than it did 4 months ago. The housing market is just taking a beating because affordability is at a 4-decade low. And so at some point, we just need to catch a break from the Federal Reserve, and that doesn't seem likely to happen in 2023.
Is it having the desired effect on prices, on rents, given it's also coming up against this backdrop of super low inventories?
That is the problem. So it has certainly depressed employment in the real estate sector, but it hasn't hurt prices. Prices keep going up. Usually in a downturn like 2008, people don't want to sell, but they have to sell because foreclosure is imminent. In this case, we have had a soft landing. The rest of the economy is doing well. People are not in dire economic straits. And with a 3% mortgage, there's no way they're going to put that house on the market. So we've had a downturn in sales volume, but an upturn in prices. And that means that the sales volume crimp is just going to last a long, long time.
Yeah, we've had some in the realty business suggest that ongoing demographic trends, marriages, having kids, going to college, even dying, means that the industry will churn through some of these rate levels, which, of course, we coexisted with a couple decades ago. I wonder if you think that's too Goldilocks.
No, I mean, if you look at the number of existing home sales in the United States, it goes between 4 and 6 million. During the pandemic, it actually went to a 6.5 million annualized rate, nearly 7. But it's never gone below 4.
Hi, it's Tisha Paul. Welcome back to American TV News. Don't forget to subscribe, where you learn and earn money. And you subscribe for free, and we have surprises once we hit 100,000 subscribers. We've gotten 1.6 million views and counting. And our early subscribers, they're up on Bitcoin. We all went in at 24 and 26,000. Bitcoin is at 35,000 today. That's what you get from watching the Wall Street American Business News from a Wall Street and an adjunct law professor. And don't forget to check out Safari products. They are nice, they are gorgeous. And moving forward today, none of the products that we tag are over $100. That's right, we want you to save, and we picked out the best and the brightest. You've got to check out those 30 tag products today. We're about to tell you the 5 cheapest places to buy property in the United States. Today we're going to tell you the 5 cheapest states to buy property in the United States. But first, let's talk about what we just learned today. So what we see, that the home is still expensive. Townhomes are averaging $290, even though we found homes for $150,000 in the United States. We're about to tell you that. You could do 3% down or 10% down. 3% for first-time home buyers, 10% if it's your second home. People are looking at adjustable rate mortgages today. And you must get a pre-approval from your lender. They require job, down payment, and they have other lenders' requirements. What did we learn from today's lessons? That there is, according to Redfin CEO, there's a 40-year low for affordability. Prices are going up. Sales are still coming down a bit, but there are less sales today than there ever was. You know what happened in 2020, right? They got 3%. Thank you, President Joe Biden. And they won't sell because they have that 3%. And Wall Street did the candlesticks. And when Wall Street did the candlesticks, they found out the properties in 2008 were worth the same amount as they were in 2020. So Wall Street jumped in because not only were they worth the same, there was 2%. So they was worth half the cost of what you could do in 2008. And because of that, there will be a shortage for properties, but we are going to tell you the 5 states that you can buy real estate. Talking about states where they're at 147.8 for the average and your payments are 702 per month, 141.700 and your payments are 673 per month. But what is affecting the housing market, you might be saying? Well, it's the demographic. That's number one. Interest rate, government interest rate, the economic on a whole. Do people have jobs or people do not have jobs? And government policies. Government policy all the time indirectly affect the housing market, whether we want to accept that reality or not. but you still need to buy real estate. Let's see what's going on in the news about real estate. So Dana Anderson wrote on November 3rd, housing market update, a record share of homes sellers drop prices as high rates cut into buyers' budget. That's good news. It's time to buy then, because buyers are dropping prices because the interest rate is too high and it's getting into the buyer's budget. Nearly 7% of the for sale homes post their price drop during the 4 weeks ending October 29th. So now, while prices are not going back to 2020 prices, what we see is a little drop in the real estate market, and a little drop means it's time for you to leave the sidelines and buy. Mortgage rates, according to Fortune, mortgage rates are dropping fast after a shock job report set off a series of dominoes on Wall Street. The housing market can thank Detroit's striking auto workers. So that was a November 3rd posting as well. So that's good news for us, that mortgage rates are coming down and prices are coming a little down. So that means it's still a good time to buy. Now, let me show you what a property would look like if you bought something at $290. I'm saying a townhome like in California or Phoenix or Florida. You'd put $9,000 down if it's your second home. No, that's a 3% purchase price. 9 down, $281. 7.5 is what the interest rate is. Your principal interest, $1,849 over 40 year. Notice we have to go a little higher, and I'll tell you how to pay off the mortgage. Just send one payment in extra per year to bring down to 40 years. So don't be afraid of 40-year mortgage. Always send an extra payment in once per year. And then now you see the 290, 10% of that is 29,000. That's 261. And 7.5% principal interest, 1756. Of course, everyone, taxes and insurance and maintenance fee are a lot. As I promised you, we are going to go over the 5 states that you could buy a single family home under $200,000. Number 1 is Iowa. It's $147.8. Your payments are $702.22. Number 2 is Indiana. Your payments are at $673.23. The average home is $141.7. Number 3 is Ohio. $145. Payments are $692. Number 4 is Nebraska. Average home there is $155. Payments of $740 per month. And number 5 is Kansas. Ooh, I love, it's close to Tennessee. $151, payments of $721 per month. I'm Tisha Powell. Be sure to hit the like and that free subscribe button. And don't forget to take care of yourself and take care of each other. We'll be back tomorrow with more.